Imagine a city built to rival Dubai, with towering skyscrapers, golden mosques, and sprawling megastructures rising from the sands of Egypt. This is Sissi City, a $60 billion dream aimed to redefine an overburdened nation. But is Egypt's crown jewel reshaping its future, or tightening the chains of financial ruin? Today, we uncover the grand ambitions, hidden struggles, and the staggering stakes behind this unprecedented project. Could this city of dreams become the country's heaviest burden? Let's find out. Among the glittering skyscrapers rising from Egypt's desert sands, one stands as the crown jewel of Sissi's visionary capital, the iconic tower. At a breathtaking 390 meters tall, spread across 77 floors, this architectural marvel is designed to become the tallest structure on the African continent. Drawing inspiration from ancient Egyptian obelisks, this modern colossus represents a bridge between the nation's storied past and its ambitious future. The prestigious international consulting firm Share and Partners handled the design, while China's CSX Corporation undertook the massive construction effort that began in May 2018. Nearly complete and scheduled for inauguration in 2024, the iconic tower will soon join the elite ranks of the world's 40 tallest buildings. More than just a record-breaking structure, this tower will house premium office spaces, luxury residences, and an upscale hotel, a vertical city within the new capital. President al-Sisi's grand vision extends beyond mere construction. It involves transplanting Egypt's entire political apparatus to this purpose-built environment. A colossal presidential palace, an equally imposing parliament building, and approximately 30 ministerial headquarters now stand in various stages of completion. The defense headquarters represents perhaps the most striking example of this administrative shift, designed to surpass even the Pentagon in size, claiming the title of the world's largest military complex. This strategic relocation serves multiple purposes beyond mere symbolism, distancing government from Cairo's chaotic streets, where the Arab Spring protests of 2011 once toppled Hosni Mubarak's regime. Throughout the new capital, a network of over 6,000 surveillance cameras blankets public spaces, creating one of the most closely monitored urban environments in the world. Some ministries have already begun operations, including the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, which relocated in spring, though most employees currently commute from Cairo. In Sisi-City, religious architecture reaches monumental proportions, serving as both spiritual centers and symbols of national pride. The Church of the Nativity stands proudly since its 2019 inauguration, claiming the title of the largest cathedral in the entire Middle East. Not to be outdone, the Al-Fattah Al-Alim Mosque rises as Egypt's largest Islamic house of worship and one of Africa's most impressive religious structures. These religious landmarks reflect the regime's desire to project an image of religious harmony, while simultaneously demonstrating Egypt's capability to construct on a scale rivaling its ancient wonders. Together, these sacred buildings serve as anchors in the developing urban landscape, their domes and minarets visible from throughout the sprawling 700-square-kilometer development zone. Beyond government and business, Sissi City harbors ambitious sporting aspirations through the development of the International Olympic City of Egypt. This comprehensive athletic complex features a centerpiece stadium designed to accommodate 80,000 spectators amid numerous world-class training facilities. Residential accommodations within this sports city will eventually house athletes from across the globe during international competitions. This massive investment in sporting infrastructure reveals Egypt's ultimate ambition to become the first African nation to host the Olympic and Paralympic Games, targeting the 2036 or 2040 competitions. The Olympic City represents not just architectural achievement, but a vehicle for international prestige and recognition on the global stage. When President al-Sisi unveiled his capital project in 2015, he confidently cited financial backing from three key international partners: the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and China. The reality, however, has unfolded quite differently from these optimistic projections. The UAE and Saudi Arabia have redirected their investments towards strategic sectors like agriculture rather than urban development, with Saudi Arabia focusing its massive construction budget on its own futuristic mega project, NEOM. China significantly scaled back its promised investment, limiting its financial participation primarily to the business district while providing construction expertise and labor, as evidenced by the Chinese workforce building the iconic tower. Facing these investment shortfalls, the Egyptian government has shouldered the financial burden itself, dramatically increasing the nation's debt to over 160 billion euros, a sum that economic analysts doubt the country can ever fully repay. Under construction since 2016, this nameless capital, often dubbed Sissi-City, embodies the vision of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, who has governed Egypt since 2013. The project's stated purpose is to relieve Cairo's crushing congestion, a sprawling megacity of 22 million inhabitants that absorbs approximately 2 million new residents annually. Cairo's unplanned expansion has even encroached upon the ancient pyramids of Giza, with new residential districts now surrounding these millennia-old monuments just 15 kilometers from the capital. The new administrative capital, located 45 kilometers east of Cairo, promises to accommodate nearly 6 million residents across its 700 square kilometers, an area 7 times larger than Paris. With a budget estimated between 52 and 60 billion euros, this desert transformation represents one of the most ambitious urban development projects in history, certainly the largest currently underway on the African continent. Sisi-City's ambitions extend into cultural realms with construction of prestigious institutions designed to elevate Egypt's intellectual status. A magnificent library, planned to house an impressive collection of 5 million volumes, will serve as a center for learning and research. The city's spectacular opera house, crafted entirely from marble, promises to become a regional hub for performing arts and a showcase for Egyptian culture. These cultural landmarks remain under construction or unopened, their marble halls awaiting the artistic performances and intellectual exchanges that will breathe life into them. Accompanying these cultural institutions, extensive road and rail infrastructure networks are being constructed to connect this purpose-built metropolis that has emerged from the desert, yet remains largely uninhabited. Despite the gleaming facades and grand boulevards, a fundamental question looms over this ambitious project. Who exactly will populate this new capital? Housing prices begin at 9,000 to 10,000 Egyptian pounds per square meter, approximately 450–500 euros. An astronomical sum in a nation where over 1/3 of the 113 million inhabitants live below the poverty line. Egypt's economic situation continues to deteriorate, with inflation exceeding 30% annually, dramatically eroding already limited purchasing power among ordinary citizens. The International Food Research Institute reports a disturbing trend. 47% of Egyptians have been forced to reduce their food consumption due to economic hardship. According to anonymous sources quoted in Liberation, most properties purchased thus far belong to foreign investors with no intention of residing in the city, undermining the fundamental goal of relieving Cairo's population pressure through 21 planned residential districts.